Taking a look at the batting order for the Bruins, it's Aaliyah Jordan, Brianna Perez, Rachel Garcia, Delaney Wiz, Maya Brady, Anna Vines, Kinsley Washington, Tessa Malaulu, and Kelly Gooden. Season high 5 home runs for UCLA last night. They will try to get hits off of Hannah Bowen. The last time we saw her in Eugene, Oregon, until the final 2 batters she faced, she was fantastic, staring down the barrel of a no-hitter.
Yeah, might be the hottest pitcher rather for Arizona the last couple of weeks. And this is a pitcher for Arizona that UCLA did not see last night. They saw 3 Arizona pitchers. So Coach Candrea giving a fresh start for the junior. Throws in the mid to high 60s, can touch 66, 67, but it's her location is what separates her and makes her so good in spotting her pitches.
There is the head coach, Mike Candrea, in his 36th year here at Arizona. He is the guy. He is the winningest in Division I softball all time, and he is countered by Kelly Inouye Perez over there in the UCLA dugout in her 15th season at UCLA. And you touched on it before, Kenzie, all about respect. Both coaches again and again in the 2 most storied programs in Division I softball history. They love to play each other, but they know that they have to bring their best.
Yeah, there's a very special and interesting bond between these 2 programs that I don't really think will be ever shared by any other school, you know, for the test of time, just because of the storied history and tradition between these 2 programs. And so for both coaches, they just kind of know, hey, we've been going at it for so long, but we're still relevant. We're still going at it, still top 10 teams, even decades on decades later.
UCLA, of course, clinches a Pac-12 title with a win, and it's Aaliyah Jordan quickly in an 0-2 hole against Bowen. First ball thrown by Bowen there. Jordan has started every game she's played in but 1 this season and has hit a home run in 6 straight Pac-12 series. Last night, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI and a run scored. She's got the .352 batting average, cool batting visor shade on. And that's a good start for Hannah Bowen.
Bowen jumps ahead 0-2 quickly. Really nice job attacking Jordan. Nice look at her backdoor curve to a left-handed hitter starting outside the zone, breaking back in. Nice start for Bowen.
Brianna Perez, 1 of 2 to start and play in every game for the Bruins this season. She gives that a rip down the line, foul. Wow, that sounded good off the bat. .371 batting average, a team high 36 RBI for Bri Perez.
Yeah, with how much offense we saw from UCLA last night, she was probably the most quiet hitter just because of what her teammates were doing around her.
Showing bunt there. Count evens at 1-1. Coach Inouye Perez says that Bri is the most underrated shortstop in the Pac-12, maybe the country.
I agree. I mean, just doesn't get talked about a lot. She's on a team with Rachel Garcia, Bubba Nichols, you know, so a superstar in her own right, absolutely. But she's just very quiet, quietly leading her team in home runs.
11.
Impressive.
Fouls that one back. Count stays at 1-2. And of course, I remember watching Bri because she homered in both games of the Women's College World Series Championship Series against #1 Oklahoma. That 3-run homer and a double in game 1 and a solo shot in game 2. Shadows starting to creep in here at Rita Hillenbrand Stadium.
Yeah,
Does that give Bowen an advantage right now?
Yeah, always a factor with, you know, outdoor sports and beautiful concourse shade here at Hillenbrand now.
And with the fans circulating, fantastic. That's on the ground to Karanko. She's there and all over it. Quickly 2 down for Bowen. In the designated player spot tonight, Rachel Garcia. And of course, in her first at-bat last night, just a home run. And I hope a lot of little girls are at home watching going, yeah, I want to be a two-way player too.
Well, this is where the damage started yesterday for UCLA. Arizona had 2 quick outs to Jordan and Perez. And then Rachel Garcia, 2 strikes, home run. And that was pretty much it.
It opened the solo home run floodgates for sure. Garcia has won each of the last 2 Player of the Year awards handed out in 18 and 19. She's one of 10 finalists for the USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year award. That list of 10 finalists narrowed down to 3 on May 19th. Grounded to third, Malia Martinez is all over it. 1, 2, 3. A very nice start for Hannah Bowen as we go to the home half here.
Has all the pitches, but has a really good rise ball that we'll see her run up through the zone, and kind of counters Rachel Garcia more emotionally than anything. Rachel Garcia, we talked about how stoic and calm she is in the circle. You'll see some fire from Megan Framel with a fist bump or a let's go, and likes to get her team going.
She has to face the Pac-12's top batting average holder in Janelle Mionio, 461. And she was the only other player besides Mulipola last night to get a hit off of Garcia, going 1 for 2. And this kid is flat out fun to watch. Every swing of the bat, she just solidifies her Freshman of the Year candidacy.
Yeah, if her batting average were to end today, it would set a record for Arizona, the highest batting average by a freshman ever.
Yeah, she's trying to become the first Wildcat Frosh to hit 400 in a season since current associate head coach Caitlin Lowe hit 437 as a Frosh 17 years ago.
Yeah, so when you're in a program like Arizona and you are able to set a record, it is something to behold because of the players and the talent that have come through the program. And of course, you said it, Caitlin Lowe. You're going to be in the same sentence with Caitlin Lowe.
I mean, it goes for both of these programs.
Yes.
I mean, an assistant coach is Lisa Fernandez for UCLA. Grounder to short is handled. And Mionio is erased. Terrific play by Bree Perez.
Really nice play here from Perez. Has to go to her left. Quick release. See how quickly she gets that ball out of her glove. Mionio, of course, runs so well down the line. Sharp throw. Makes it look easy.
Reina Karanko 0 for 2 last night, left 1 on base. She's got a 328 batting average, a little shy of what she does career of 365. But for the 3rd time in 4 years, she missed significant time earlier this season with a broken bone in her hand. So it was the thumb, and boy, did they miss her earlier this season. Karanko, chopper to third. And she is safe. Tessa Mala'ulu with a little hesitation and accosts her.
And you can see Mala'ulu, she has the shades on top of her visor, but she's fighting sun over there at the hot corner. And this is what speed does. This is what slap hitters can do. They put the pressure on the defense, hitting the ball into the ground, running down the line, a ton of speed. Good call. Beating it out just by an inch. Yep, good call.
So here is Jessie Harper, 89 career home runs. In the last 6 games, Harper is hitting a team best .424 with a couple of dingers. Taking a look at the Arizona all-time home run leaders. There she is in the 2 spot, just 3 behind Muga.
Yeah, we were just talking about, the history and tradition of these programs. Look at those names that have come through for Coach Candrea in Arizona. I was able to play with Kati Mauga and Stacey Chambers, two of those names on those lists, and Harper's sitting right there between them. And it's worth noting, there's only 3 players in all of our sport that have hit 90 or more home runs.
It's bananas.
She is 1 away from joining that club.
Big strikeout. There's that fist pump from Framo you were talking about. A little emotion as she gets the big bat of Harper to sit down.
Yeah, she knows that's a big out, especially giving up that single to Karanko. Look at this changeup from Framo. Really nice offering. It's always a good feeling when you can get a power hitter to chase your off speed. See how far out in front Harper was.
Karanko on first for Deja Mulipola. Since you played alongside Mauga, what did her home run sound like off the bat compared to Harper's?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, kiddo.
I don't know. Kati hit some balls. I'm looking at Candrea's corner right now. She cleared Candrea's corner a couple of times. Right-handed hitter, a ton of power, and the tennis courts are behind Candrea's corner out in left field. Yeah, you can see welcome to Wildcat Country. The tennis courts are on the other side, and you can see them in the left little side right there. But she would hit them on the tennis courts.
Ooh, gracious.
Remember she came in as a freshman, I was a senior. We were like, she's supposed to be good. Oh yeah, she is.
Nice.
And then Stacy, I played with her as well, big home run hitter, left-handed hitter. She hit a couple on top of Giddings Gym.
We saw one hit off the wall, courtesy Maya Brady yesterday. That was bananas. I can't imagine clearing the wall. Mulipola with Karanko on first. She leads the team with 49 RBI, and she's tied for the team high with 15 home runs, sharing that lead with Charlize Palacios. There is the Giddings Gym building. And I love how you...
There's Maya on deck. Yeah, how about just a proud uncle?
Not too terrible.
Shouting out his niece.
He's running out of fingers for Super Bowl rings. Delaney Wise in the air. Alyssa Palomino Cardoza is there in center to erase Wiz. And here is Brady on the heels of her first multi-homer game career. TMZ was even tweeting out highlights of the shots because Brady was tweeting while the game was going on.
That tweet from Tom Brady, just so savage yet proud at the same time.
It's fantastic.
So good.
Brady getting it by Carly Scoopin at first. She's digging for 2, and she's in there with a double.
You can see where Scoopin is playing. She's a left-handed first baseman, but she's playing far off the line. Brady, a left-handed hitter, pulls this ball, and Scoopin just can't quite get to it. Ton of speed. Look at Brady motoring to second base.
Let's say hello to Anna Vines. Brady with 4 doubles now this season on second in scoring position. Biggest threat so far for UCLA against Hannah Bowen. Vines has a UCLA team high 391 batting average after going 3 for 3 with a run scored last night. Almost and does get hit there. Wow, that ball was coming in hot. So Vines hit by a pitch. She's on first.
It's a curveball here from Bowen. She runs out of room. Lucky for Vines, it hits right on her Evo shield. You can see the guard that she's wearing on her right arm.
So two of the most athletic Bruins on a very athletically loaded roster are on second and first, respectively, for Kinsley Washington. And Kinsley Washington was robbed of a 3-run homer last night by Janelle Mionio at the fence in left. It was spectacular. That kid is a star.
Yeah, turned into just a sac fly,
but it could have been that crooked number.
It could have been a 3-run home run.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love Kinsley's reaction. She was hot that the ball was caught. Washington has found herself in a tie with 10 doubles on the team with Lainey Wiz. She does have a team-high 27 strikeouts and 14 walks on the season. Big swing and a miss. What pitch was that?
That's her backdoor curve.
That looked pretty.
Yeah, Bowen's really working the outside corner to these left-handed hitters for UCLA.
Vines is on first. Brady is on second. Just one down. Count is even at 2-2. Count goes full 3-2. Our umpires are Eric Hawthorne at home with balls and strikes, Eddie Cooper at first, Scott Tomlinson at second, and Mike Bartling at third. Foul tip. UCLA rocking. Let's take a look at that robbery scenario I was talking about.
Yeah, Janelle Mionio, you can see her out in left field. She was playing pretty shallow because of where the base runners were at. So just the fact that she had to drop step and go run and rob that home run made it so impressive. Washington saying, "Are you kidding?" That's good stuff.
Washington has 8 multi-hit games with hits in 5 of her last 10 coming into this series. So her bat is heating up nicely as we head toward postseason. Count is full 3-2. And Kinsley is battling. Head coach Kelly Inouye says the word to describe Kinsley is feisty.
Yeah, well, she's having a feisty at bat right now. Fouling off multiple pitches. Bowen trying to find something that she could put Washington away with. Seeing curveballs to both sides of the plate.
That's guy's foul. On to the Wildcats dugout. We'll do it all over again. Full count, 2 aboard. Runner in scoring position is Brady. Vines is on first after getting hit by a pitch. 9 pitch at bats so far. She's fouled off 4 of them. Washington in the air. That's going to find some grass as APC can't come up with the grab. And the bases are loaded.
I really like UCLA's approach with 2 strikes. You can tell they really shortened down their swings, just trying to put their barrel on something, make something happen. This is an inside curveball from Bowen, and Washington just kind of inside outs it, gets it on the inside of her barrel, and a good effort out here in center field. Just a second late, good effort.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen her make that catch.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a big stretch for us to go, wow, I can't believe she missed it.
No, APC,
that's in her wheelhouse.
APC is a stud defensive center fielder. I mean, that ball was just out of her reach, just kind of no way around it.
Super high leverage situation now for Hannah Bowen in the circle. A little meeting. What's being discussed here?
Well, it's a kind of interesting meeting for Arizona. No coach.
Right.
Players meeting right there. I think that was from Deja Mully pull-up behind the plate. And Arizona, they had a couple situations with a runner at third. They didn't have a bases loaded situation, but they had a runner at third where I think they mishandled some things in the infield. Could have maybe had an out at home plate, turned to get a force out somewhere else in the field. So Arizona, this is a very senior heavy team. 4 seniors in the infield, just want to be on the same page.
Here's Julie Rodriguez with the bags full. Brady's on third. Vines is on second, and Washington is on first. Rodriguez didn't play last night, has appeared in 22 games this season. And she's batting .250 with 6 RBI. Big swing and a miss there as the count evens at 1-1.
Yeah, Rodriguez pinch hitting for Tessa Mala'ulu, who's more of a short gamer. So bases loaded situation. Bruins looking for some power.
She skies that in the air. Peanut Martinez is under it. And nobody's going to try running on her arm. So 2 down.
Yeah, Arizona, one of the best defensive teams in the nation. Look at their fielding percentage, and it's due to the upperclassmen that are on the field. Peanut Martinez, a 4th-year junior, if you will, a very solid defensive player in right field.
So it's up to Kelly Gooden. Wind really starting to pick up here at Rita Hillenbrand. You can see the dirt just flying on the infield now. Bowen's got to adjust her visor. Gooden has hits in 9 of her last 13 games. Check out the wind. Hello.
We call this the Sonoran wind machine.
Oh, that's great. You should trademark that. That's excellent.
I swear it picks up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There'll be just a breeze out of nowhere. And then it's gone.
Wow. So Gooden has hits in 9 of her last 13 games, batting north of .470 with 5 stolen bases over that span. 2 outs, scoreless game, bases loaded. Gooden into foul territory.
I tell you what, if you're Hannah Bowen, you want to get this out right here.
100%.
You have Aaliyah Jordan on deck, one of the best power hitters in the conference, went yard last night. And Kelly Gooden, she's an absolute stud, but she's more of a short gamer.
Bowen's ahead 1-2. Gooden has struck out 16 times this season. You know, Bowen would love to make that 17. Bowen rings her up. Terrific strikeout by Hannah Bowen. Unbelievable effort to get out of a bases-loaded jam. We are...
The next couple of games, she's a really solid pitcher as well. So, 3-headed monster for the Bruins.
20 strikeouts and only 1 walk over that 24 2/3 scoreless inning streak for Faremo. It's Charlize Palacios stepping in. Palacios batting .347, 0 for 2 last night. Tied for the team home run lead with 15. Gets underneath that one, fouls it back, and Wiz doesn't have a play on the ball. Interesting that Wiz catches Faremo. It's kind of like their personal battery mate setup. And of course, Wiz helping out when Inoue Perez basically held catcher tryouts because of injury.
Yeah, pretty incredible story, actually. Delaney Wiz, very talented player, transferring over from LMU. Saw her last year in the 2020 season. But yeah, the catching position for UCLA has been just a little bit thin this year because of injuries. And so earlier in the season, Coach Kelly I was saying, okay, we need some help back there. Who can do it? And I was chuckling because she said Aaliyah Jordan was the first to say, yeah, Coach, put me back there. And she's like, no, we're good. But Delaney Wiz has been really solid.
Grounded to short, and Bree Perez is all over it.
Just to keep touching on that, for someone like Delaney Wiz to catch for the first time in her career at this level is just unheard of.
Yeah, because the Pac-12 has 5 teams in the top 12 in the nation.
It's the toughest position. As a pitcher, I'll say toughest position to learn at this stage in the game. It's just incredible. You got to understand the game. You got to have a high softball IQ to, number one, just be back there and have a presence. But to be able to squat, learn how to frame a pitch, have a cannon of an arm to be able to throw somebody out.
Alyssa Palomino Cardoza steps in. She's one of the 7 super seniors on the team. 0 for 1 last night against Garcia. She's batting .322 with a team high 2 triples. She also has 7 homers. And she is the mama bear of the group. Coach Condrea says Alyssa is the face of our team, period.
Yeah, 6th year in the program. Redshirted her freshman season due to injury. And it was kind of funny talking to Coach Candrea. You know, it is senior weekend for Arizona, and he was saying, you know, it's crazy how fast these careers fly by, but, you know, some of these seniors feel like they've been here for 10 years.
Yeah, this super senior situation, due to the pandemic, is a little nutty. Faremo gets that call. Count evens at 2-2. Taking a look at the seniors being celebrated this weekend, 7 of them.
Yeah, all opting to return for that super senior season.
Was this a strike?
I think everything's a strike, so it's kind of a wasted question on me.
I'll take candor for 1,000. Full count, 3-2. And home plate umpire Eric Hawthorne with the emphatic ring up of APC.
All right, I take it back. Off that one.
Okay.
Might have been a little makeup call because I thought the pitch before was really nice. I think this curveball's a little bit too in off of the plate, but again, you have 2 strikes. It's hard to take that pitch. That's why I'm up here.
Faremo now with 3 strikeouts. Say hello to Malia Martinez, one of those redshirt seniors. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and left 1 on base last night. Big swing and a miss there. As Faremo's quickly ahead 0-1. Malia has started every game but 1 this season, batting .315 with 10 home runs and 34 RBI. Gives that one a ride. And the shortstop, Bree Perez, is there, backpedaling beautifully. And that is how the inning will end. Faremo in control with 3 strikeouts.
They're at.
Yeah, Coach Bowen in the circle.
Yep.
She's been really good the last couple of weeks. Where have you seen her improvement? Because I've seen her get better every game.
Yeah, she's just a competitor. And she's got great command, you know, so she can throw it on 4 planes and got a decent off speed. So when she's got it all going and she's getting ahead of hitters right now, which is really good, She looks good.
And then going from the infield to the outfield, I just want to ask about Janelle and just what she's been able to do this season. You've had a ton of stud freshmen come through and slappers as well, some short gamers. Who does she remind you of, just because her batting average right now is through the roof?
Well, she's a little bit like Caitlin, you know. I mean, really great hand-eye coordination, really good at slowing the game down. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. You know, she's a really good player, and I think her first year here, she was the game was speeding up on her.
Yep.
And if there's one thing I see right now with her, she's really matured a lot as a hitter and swings at good pitches and knows what she can do, and she does it.
All right, Coach, we need you to make your
Yep.
case for the selection committee. How many Pac-12 teams belong in the tournament?
Well, I think if you go through this grind like we have this year with the 4-game series, and I think the quality from top to bottom, I was a little bit upset that Oregon State lost one yesterday, but you know, I think I could see Oregon State, Stanford, and the rest get in.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, we would look forward to that, because you know I want an all Pac-12 final in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, let's keep promoting it. That's for darn sure.
Heck yeah, we got you, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks so much for the time.
Hey, thanks for all you do.
And I'm not kidding when I say that. I want to see an all Pac-12 final in Oklahoma City. We've got Selection Sunday coming up this Sunday. Leah Jordan was erased on a grounder to short. Taking a look at the RPI, UCLA in the top spot where they've been for the majority of the season at 1, Arizona 11, followed by Arizona State, UW, Oregon, Stanford, and Oregon State. A field of 64 with a 47 RPI. Hello, Beavers, you belong in this tournament.
Yeah, Utah trying to play spoiler this weekend in Salt Lake.
Scoopin is all over that, erasing Bree Perez. May 25th through the 23rd are the NCAA regionals, May 27th through the 30th, the super regionals, and then June 3rd through the 9th. It's for all the marbles. NCAA Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. And you know, Rachel Garcia and company would love to get back for a chance to repeat. Garcia, with 2 outs on the board, steps in. You just run out of superlatives with this young woman.
It's true. It's true.
Unbelievably
That's why
athletic.
I always resort to an emoji, just the goat emoji. Take cares of everything. And Coach, you asked her, how do you describe Garcia? And she said, well, we say goat. And for her to say that, because she played with Lisa Fernandez,
Yes.
of course, who's the ultimate goat.
100%.
Mini goat, baby goat.
But Inoue Perez also said quiet thunder about Garcia, and I thought that was phenomenal, because that was demonstrated in the home run she hit in the top of the first yesterday.
And in the way she pitches.
Right?
There's just not a lot of noise.
I wonder if there's a pulse. I mean, seriously, no emotion, so stoic, but just awesome. And she has the same approach at the plate, just patiently waiting for something to crush. Bowen being very careful with Garcia, as Rachel is ahead 3-1 with 2 outs on the board. This is a UCLA team that's 16-2 in the conference, 11-1 on the road. Taking a look at the career awards won by the person who was just walked to first base. Gracious.
Yeah, really excited, you know, when she graduates from UCLA, we'll be able to see her in Team USA this summer.
That's going to be amazing.
So her softball career will continue, and she just got drafted as well.
Yeah, I was writing down all of her accolades, and I got a cramp in my hand, so I went to type them into my laptop, and then I got carpal tunnel. The list is ridiculous. So amazing, and such a special young woman. Delaney Wiz, Ramo's battery mate, stepping in. This is a UCLA team rocking a 13-game win streak.
a good spot for Bowen right there.
Why is that?
Getting that. It's a good corner. I'll leave it at that. It's a really solid corner.
She's ahead 0-2 with 2 down. Garcia is on first. Wiz doesn't have enough on that. Martinez is there. And another solid inning out of Bowen, keeping the Bruins scoreless. Finally ending a drought. First title for UCLA since 2010. Getting it done in 2019. And if you listen to her and the conviction, she feels like this is the start of a run. Like this is dynasty stuff, in addition to everything that UCLA has done in its past, that this group, especially with the freshmen that she has, could really dominate this sport again.
Yeah, look at the history in the Pac-12 conference.
Yeah, these two teams in front of us have combined for 20 titles. 20!
Yeah, it's amazing what they've
And we
been
hear
able to
Beth
do.
Mowens on the intro. God love her. We love our colleague. But when she said Oklahoma has 4, I kind of chuckled. Like, oh, that's it? Oh, cute. And everybody's all over, oh, Oklahoma's so fantastic. And I'm not taking anything away from the Sooners this season because they're #1 in the country. But I can't wait till things are decided on the field.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, not to look ahead because you hate
transfer from Kent State will be in lane 2 here. She's run 23-23 this season.
Taking a look at the current rankings, there is #1 Oklahoma, 43 up, only 2 down. But their strength of schedule, questionable when you compare it to UCLA, UW, and Arizona.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to me how the rankings finally shake out this Sunday. Because UCLA, of course, does have the tougher schedule playing in the Pac. But I tell you what, Oklahoma, their eye test when you watch them swing the sticks.
Oh, they're beasts.
Yes, my goodness.
100%. And up and down the lineup. It's a murderer's row for sure. But I would love to have seen a Sooners team play a Pac-12 schedule.
Yeah, there's always a lot of talk about that. You know, if they were to be in the SEC or the Pac-12, would their success look a little different? Because
100%.
well, it's tough mentally to play in this conference and the SEC as well. It is an absolute grind, and it can shake your confidence. You can be flying high one day, and then all of a sudden you run into a weekend, and oh, Washington, UCLA, Arizona, and all of a sudden now you don't feel so good about yourself. So it's up and down, roller coaster ride.
Scooping becomes Farremo's 4th strikeout victim for the first out of the inning.
Really good look at this pitch. Watch this pitch go up and out away from Scoopin, and she goes out of her legs trying to reach it way in the other batter's box. If she is able to reach that, it's on the end of her bat. That's a really great out pitch from Farremo.
So with 1 out on the board, it's Peanut Martinez batting .278, 4 home runs. She was 0 for 2 last night. Big swing and a miss there. Quickly down 0-1. I remember when I started calling softball, she kind of burst on the scene as a sophomore and just took over. Like, got in the starting lineup and never looked back. Down the line, I'm surprised Gooden didn't get that, honestly. After the play she made yesterday.
Yeah, Peanut Martinez, she was having herself quite the 2020 season. I think she's one athlete that was pretty upset when it was cut short.
And when you say athlete, 14 games starting in the outfield, 4 in left field, and 10 in right. She was whatever Coach Condrea needed. Little slapper to short. And the out is recorded. Terrific play by Perez. Nice communication by the Bruins defense.
I love that between Washington and Perez. Total team effort. Perez has to go on the run. Look at her slot, the way she's able to throw that ball on the run. Watch her drop her right shoulder, keep her feet moving. Yeah, teammate picking me up a little bit, down in the ground. Yeah, got you.
Watching that stretch hurt my hamstring. That was fantastic. Janelle Mionio showing bunt.
I mean, yeah, a little bit low, but Washington, one of those players that can play shortstop, second base, outfield, you name it. So total athlete over at first base. Here in the Pac-12, you just can't stake anybody over at first base. It's kind of that way, I feel like, in T-ball. Hey, just put the tallest girl over there and call it good. But when you get to this level, you need somebody that can make some plays. Because this game is so quick, especially when you get those short gamers.
That is adorable. If you love playoff feel softball, we have a pitcher's duel for you. Here in the top of the fourth inning, we're scoreless between number 2 UCLA and number 8 Arizona. Since the 3-game series format was enacted in 2011, Arizona has never won a series at home against UCLA. The Wildcats would love to get on the board in this series after dropping game 1 last night. Look at that
so
future.
Sweet.
That's the next Maya Brady right there.
I mean, that's how I grew up. I'm from Tucson. I grew up in these stands. I was that young coming to softball games.
But Hillenbrand didn't look like this when you were coming out here.
But to me, it was a castle.
Okay,
I mean,
I got you.
It was. I mean, it's even more grand now. But
now it's like the Taj Mahal. This place is ridiculous.
At the time, it was the biggest stadium.
Wow.
In the 90s. There was no one in the country that had outfield bleachers. That was unheard of.
Okay.
I mean, Coach Candrea, I'm just so happy for him that he was able to build this. He's been dreaming of this for, the last 2 decades.
Yeah, it is simply spectacular. Speaking of spectacular, Maya Brady. Oh, terrific play by Mionio. Thought that might hit the grass, and here is something you brought up earlier. We saw a player with the shades on the visor. Mionio wearing the shades makes the play.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough play because she's fighting the sun, not because of how far she has to go to get it. You could see the little hesitation. She's looking directly into the sun, setting west here in Tucson. That's a tough play for the outfield.
Anna Vines steps in, quickly goes down 0-1. Bowen looks more comfortable as the innings go along.
I tell you, she's gotten out of some big jams and has made big pitches when she's needed to. She uses her curveball to both sides to get ahead, and then lets her rise ball run and gets that strikeout. But UCLA, there's such a tough lineup to pitch against because they have 7 left-handed hitters out of 9. And as a pitcher, I mean, Bowen's right-handed, so it's not a lefty-on-lefty thing, but it's just unique. You're used to seeing, okay, a couple righties, a couple lefties. No, there's a point for UCLA where it's 7 in a row, starting with Maya Brady. It's tough.
Speaking of the number 7, it is Vines rocking a 7-game win streak, batting .671, going 11 for 17 with 3 RBI. And as we mentioned, in her first at-bat, she leads the team in batting average, .391. Skies that foul. I thought Malia Martinez was going to catch that off the net. That would have been so cool.
Would have been cool. Wouldn't have counted.
When talking to Coach Kelly Inoue Perez, she says that Vines leads the Bruins in swag. Nobody can make a play on that ball as it skies out of the field of play.
We've seen a lot of fly balls from UCLA off of Bowen, and a lot of the fly balls have been on the end of the bats.
Quickly giving back a souvenir.
Bowen staying with her game, using her location. That's her strength. She rarely misses.
Her vibe in the circle is palpable too. She is all business and she is very confident.
Yeah, it reminds me of Faremo, kind of the same flow where it's all business, but hey, I'm gonna give you a fist pump when I get that big out when I need to. Just total competitor.
Inoue Perez says she first saw Vines on the recruiting trail in 14 and under ball. Her older sister Brooke played softball at Tennessee, so clearly a softball family. And Inoue Perez said she just loved that swag vibe, even back then as a middle schooler. Big strikeout for Bowen, number 3 on the day.
Well, it's really interesting. I don't know if our viewers could hear it be picked up, but I heard someone yell sit, and that's telling Vines a changeup is coming. But I tell you what, as a pitcher, there is no better feeling when you hear that and you still execute. You get that strikeout. Hey, you can know it's coming. Does that mean you can hit it? It's that good.
100%. Kinsley Washington showing bunt.
And that can play tricks with pitchers mentally. When you hear somebody that's maybe seeing something, picking up a pitch or a location and verbally relaying something to the hitters, maybe younger pitchers, and can rattle you. But it takes a certain maturity to say, no, I'm going to let that go. I'm just going to keep throwing my game.
Could you hear that clearly in the circle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I didn't know if it was like basketball. You talk to so many players, they say, I just don't hear anything. I'm just so into what I'm doing.
I think it just, it's not noisy right now at all.
True.
Right? It's quiet. There's not a lot going on. And all of a sudden you hear, hey, out, turn, sit.
Yeah. We will be talking to Bubba Nichols at the bottom of the inning. Looking forward to that chat with the Olympian. It's Bowen ahead 1-2 against Washington. Crowd does not agree with Eric Hawthorne behind home plate. Count evens at 2-2. Chopper to second, and is in time from Karanko to scoop in. So we stay scoreless here in Tempe. Bubba Nichols can juggle scoreless, and so happy to be joined by Bubba Nichols, absent from the UCLA lineup since March 21st against ASU. Nice enough to join us now. We have to ask you about that left wrist, Bubba. Where are we at on the recovery road?
It's there. It's attached to my body. I feel great. I'm happy to be here.
Very political answer. I love it. Bubba, can we talk about your team and this rivalry? You're a senior. Obviously, you're not playing right now, but playing this Arizona team, what is it about this rivalry? There's a lot of players and a familiarity on both sides. Can you just kind of touch on that?
There's a lot of tradition between the two programs. This program has always, or both programs have always played against each other, and so it's just really awesome to be here at their new stadium for the first time and just honestly see how much this program has grown. But it's really cool to see these younger girls be a part of that tradition.
What impresses you about the facilities, Bubba?
It's definitely a lot larger. One thing, even though Kelly Gooden out there is still covering her eyes from the sun, but we did say that the sun would be a little bit better since the higher stands.
Got you.
Yeah, that left side, I mean, you played a little third base, so that left side of the infield was brutal. Yeah, so it's taller and more shade, so that is nicer. But talk about I mean, this week or this summer, you're going to be teammates with Deja. She's on deck here, and teammates with Rachel. Have you guys talked a little trash before going into this weekend? How's that relationship?
You know, we actually haven't really talked a lot before this. I think that we both, every time we talk, it's always about USA. So I feel like it's a healthy competition we have. But I'm sure Rachel and Deja have said some things whenever both go up to bat.
Your coach, Kelly Inoue Perez, describes you as clutch. What makes you clutch, Bubba?
Oh, man, that's so cool that she describes me as that. Honestly, I'm just myself. I think that my team is really what makes me clutch. They put me in great opportunities to help them, and I want to do the same for them.
All right. Thanks so much for the time, kiddo. Great job juggling. We got that on the air as well.
Oh,
yes, we did. You know we did. Take care, good luck, and good health. We can't wait to see you down the road, hopefully in Oklahoma City and definitely in Tokyo.
sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, a bobble by Perez let Karanko get to first. She's now on second for Deja Mulipola. Bubba is a great kid.
Yeah, she's a diamond. I mean, they don't get any better. Really unfortunate we're not seeing her on the field right now. It's a big bummer.
I was looking forward to saying Bubba a lot.
She's so good.
I know.
mean, and the fact that UCLA is ranked #2 and doing the damage without her.
So impressive.
Oh, can you imagine if she was in that lineup right now?
Forget about it. Nobody would be talking about Oklahoma, I'll tell you that. Or maybe not as much as. I don't want to just totally discount the Big 12. But anybody who knows me knows I'm diehard Pac-12. Period. End of story. Training for Tokyo, Rachel Garcia, Deja Mulipola. The list continues. Look at this. Bubba Nichols. How about Delaney Spalding, Ali Aguilar, Ali Carta, Jamie Reed, Valerie Arioto, Hannah Flippin. We will be well represented from the Conference of Champions in Tokyo for sure.
Yeah, 9 Pac-12 players, and I love that they're spread over multiple schools.
Again, just speaks to the strength of this conference. I hope the selection committee is paying attention.
Here's our other Olympian.
Another call to ring Mulipola up by Eric Hawthorne behind the plate. Strikeout number 5.
Look at this pitch location. This is a backdoor curve. Such a good pitch. Backdoor curve is going to start into a righty, and then as it breaks, it's breaking over the plate. So at first when you see it, you think it's in tight, and then all of a sudden it breaks over the wide of the plate. You're going, wait a minute.
With the runner in scoring position, Charlize Palacios pops it up to Perez, and the threat and inning ends. We stay scoreless going to the top of the 5th.
You're watching Pac-12 Network, where champions play. Available on Xfinity.
Excellence knows it's not going to be perfect.
It's about putting courage first.
Taking risks. Trusting my athleticism.
Canceling.
Dominating in the circle.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts for Bowen, 5 for Faremo. See the hits, 3 total in this game. So we saw the home run fest yesterday. How about a pitcher's duel? That's what it's all about.
Sports. I love it. Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I'll take this game though. I love
Of course
this.
you will. 2-time All-American pitcher. Hello.
Yeah, I'll take this game every day.
This is a Wildcats team that is 4-11 against ranked teams this season, and would love to get on the board in this series and deny the conference title celebration for UCLA for at least this game.
But I'll tell you what, Arizona needs this win. They need this game, especially after getting run ruled yesterday.
Arizona had the longest active home win streak in the nation at 30, stopped last night. And that run rule situation you mentioned, that was the first time the Wildcats had been run ruled in 3 years. They do it to everybody else. It just doesn't happen to them. Rachel Garcia was that good, holding the Wildcats to just 2 hits. As Tessa Mala'ulu steps in. She scored a run last night, batting .267 on the season, and she plays some sparkling defense at third. Slapper. Terrific play by Harper. No hesitation from Jessie.
This game is very reminiscent of what we saw from Arizona last weekend versus Oregon. Had a bunch of really tightly contested matchups coming down to the wire, low scoring affairs. Nice play there up the middle by Harper.
Yeah, part of that Wildcats defense that is tops in the Pac-12, second in the nation only to Oklahoma. Terrific fielding play by Mulipola, erasing Kelly Gooden. 2 outs quickly on the board. I think that's what's been most impressive with Bowen today, the efficiency.
Yeah, kind of a pitch to contact pitcher, and you can see right there Kelly Gooden a little mad at herself for going after that ball that's up above her belly button. Credit Bowen, that ball spinning up. That's just a easy play for our Olympian.
Let's say hello to Aaliyah Jordan. And I know we have some powerful bats in the Pac-12. She owns one of them. When she makes contact, it is thunderous. She gets a hold of that one. Foul. Just barely. The fences, 200 right and left, 220 dead center. And I love this classic matchup. 2 of the most storied programs in Division I softball history. UCLA rocking the pinstripes, the blue and gold. Wildcats in the navy, the cardinal and white. Malia Martinez ends the inning. We stay scoreless going to the home half. Arizona trying to get something against Faremo. We'll see if they can do that after we celebrate more great D. We're back in Tucson where we're scoreless going to the home half of the 5th. We're going to check in on UW at Stanford. Kate Scott and Jenna Pacera have the call. If the Huskies lose, UCLA clinches the Pac-12 title. And the Dogs are down 2-0.
But Stanford made some contact off of her yesterday, made some adjustments today, and got that timely hitting. They compete game in and game out. That's why you can never overlook them.
Here's the 5th year, the catcher. Lakewood, California native Montana Dixon to lead off for the Card here in the 5th. First pitch, swinging, strike 1.
Playing's been pretty solid too since that 2-run inning back in the 2nd. And that's what the great pitchers do too. They come back, they get reset, they do what they do best.
The 0-1 to Dixon, strike 2.
And Jenna Pacera as Stanford is looking to play spoiler against UW. Rare to see the Huskies on the wrong side of a scoreboard. That team has been fantastic all season long, but it just speaks to the strength of the conference on any given day. Right now, Alyssa Palomino-Cardoza is trying not to become strikeout victim number 6 against Faremo. There are the Pac-12 standings. UCLA at 17-2, Washington at 17-4, a game back. Arizona at 12-8, and the Bruins clinch the title with a win here in Tucson or a UW loss up at Stanford. And there is strikeout number 6 for Faremo, who, just like Bowen, has gotten better by the inning.
Yeah, this is what makes UCLA so good. We saw Rachel Garcia, starter, on that Thursday night game, and then you think maybe the second game you see a team's number 2 pitcher, and then Megan Faremo just trots out there, and oh no, that's not number 2 pitcher. 1A and 1B.
I think that's what's most impressive about the conference. Pitching up and down the line.
Yeah, it was just that Stanford-Washington game. Do you know how hard it is to score off of Gabby Plain? Stanford's tough, though. I mean, they have Elena Vaughter.
Vaughter is fantastic.
She's so good. She's going to be special. Just a freshman. Played UCLA that last weekend on the road. Played them tough. I mean, they were in some of those ball games.
Malia Martinez steps back in.
And for Arizona, that was the one road series that they really took care of business, was on the road at Stanford. Was able to take that series with a sweep.
Yeah, the only struggles the Wildcats have had on the road are against ranked teams.
And to that point, I will say Arizona doesn't have a bad loss.
No.
When they have lost, it's been against ranked teams. And that's kind of a tricky thing that you need to kind of sit with, because that'll happen. You'll lose to a team that's last in the conference, just here and there. You'll lose to a team that's second last with, an RPI that's in the 60s. That'll happen, absolutely. Arizona hasn't done that.
Yeah, Arizona just 4-11 against ranked teams this season. And this is the rub. They're hitting below .150 with runners in scoring position against ranked teams. Everybody else with runners in scoring position, they're hitting north of 400. Full count. Foul tip gets by Wiz.
I also will say I think they've had the toughest Pac-12 schedule.
Well, the finish. Goodness, the last 8 games, wow. Strikeout victim number 7. Taking a look at yesterday's stars in the circle. There's Gabby Plain. You were talking about her. Sydney Sandez, shocker. And Brooke Yanez has got to be in the conversation for pitcher of the year.
Yeah, Brooke Yanez, lefty up in Oregon. She's the pitcher that gave 2 losses to UCLA this season. UCLA has only lost 3 times, twice to Brooke Yanez.
Once at home and once on the road.
And again, you have to think that lefty-lefty matchup. Yanez a lefty. We talked about how UCLA sometimes has 7 left-handed hitters in their lineup. It's tough.
Also tough, Megan Faremo today. Looking to get out of this bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs on the board, ahead 0-1. Carly Skupin trying to get something going. She was the one that came through with a walk after getting down in an 0-2 count against Garcia last night. So maybe it's Skupin that can solve the mystery of Faremo. Skupin is ahead 2-1. He's got 9 home runs on the season, 34 RBI. Count evens at 2-2. She was fooled pretty badly on that swing and miss.
No, we haven't seen Framo throw really anything down. She's used a couple of off speeds here and there, but everything that she's gotten for Arizona has been up with her rise, working her curve.
In 2020, Framo was named the Softball America Pitcher of the Year and a first-team All-American after leading the Bruins with a 0.85 earned run average. Full count. Carly gets a piece of that, and that finds some grass. Carly scooping with just the second hit for Arizona today.
Credit Scoop It, really tough at bat. Not her hardest hit ball, obviously, but 2 strikes, full count, just trying to put something together, finding a little grass out in front of Kelly Gooden. It was actually an inside pitch that she got jammed on, so just credit to how much power she has.
I am a Scoopin' fan. She will be pinch run for.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. She sits in the 8-hole, and you watch her at bats, and she's tough, and of course 6 feet tall. I think she's taller than that, but
I do too. I think she's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Yes, they say 6 feet tall, but
I think they need to get the measuring tape out again.
Hey, not your typical 8-hole hitter, that's for sure.
Julia Koutsigianopoulos and all of that speed is on first as a pinch runner. So here is Peanut Martinez with a runner aboard and 2 out. Framo looks into Wiz for the call. Boy, that was hummed in there.
Yeah, last time we saw Martinez go to her short game, slapped a ball to Brie Perez, who had to make a really good throw and a good play. Bang, bang play.
Foul tip. Koutsigianopoulos is safe taking second, but she left early, so she is out. And that is how the inning ends as Mike Candrea comes out to have a discussion.
Oh yeah, good call.
Clearly, Koutsigianopoulos left early. So Framo gets out of another sticky situation. We stay scoreless. Good afternoon for Pac-12 softball. First of a doubleheader between number 2 UCLA and number 8 Arizona. Checking out our game summary here as we go top 6. Pair of hits for both teams. 1 error against UCLA, and we stay scoreless, Kenzie.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was back in the 2nd inning when UCLA had the bases loaded and Hannah Bowman was able to get out of it. And other than that inning, it has really been handled by both pitchers with Framo and Bowen. Bowen just a little bit more pitch to contact. Framo is racking up the strikeouts, but 2 hits apiece. Sign me up, pitcher's duel. Fire me up.
Right on. And the defense that Bowen has been relying on in this game and all season long is 2nd in the country to only Oklahoma. The defense has just been stout for the Wildcats all season long. That's ripped up the gut by Brie Perez. She's on first. That's the first solid contact by a Bruin bat today.
Yeah, this is the hardest hit ball on the day. Right up the middle. A little scary there for Bowen. It's not a good feeling as a pitcher when you see a ball go right past you up the middle. And for UCLA, 3rd time through the lineup. So they offensively, they've had some really long chats going into the dugout coming in off defense. So I'm sure there's some sort of game plan that they're going to try and go at Bowen because Bowen's been solid.
So Brie Perez is on first for Rachel Garcia. Rachel has the team's top slugging percentage at .788 coming into this game. Came in with a .376 batting average, 10 home runs, 28 RBI. I got such street cred in my neighborhood where there are so many. Ooh. Go ahead. Where there are so many young softball players coming up. You know, tell them, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I've got UCLA and Arizona. Oh, my gosh. Little young ladies just losing their minds over, you get to see her? You get paid to talk about her? Like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I mean, just the casual person off the street, maybe not even a softball fan, knows about the history in this rivalry.
Yes. And, of course, mom and dad in the stands. Rachel is the only child of proud parents Christine and Tony Garcia. And they had a ton to cheer about yesterday because she had the home run and then, of course, the 2-hit shutout.
Tony's mask, he's got UCLA on one side and Team USA on the other.
He's got representation down to a science. I love it. Garcia is battling with Perez on first.
She's fouled off a couple of pitches in this at-bat where she has been right on Bowen. In the first inning, Bowen got Garcia to ground out on an off-speed changeup and then walked her in the third.
Home plate Eric Hawthorne umpiring and hearing a lot from the Boo Birds after that pitch.
It's a good look at a curveball. You can see it tailing down. Most of the curveballs from Hannah Bowen tail up, trying to put a little bit something down on that pitch.
Count is full, 3-2. Garcia gets a hold of one. And that is gone. UCLA has the 2-0 lead off the bat of Rachel Garcia. Garcia with her second home run in as many days. And that was a no-doubter, her 11th of the season.
Oh, so tough for Bowen. You're thinking you may have her with one pitch on a curveball outside, give her extra life. And watch where this pitch ends up. You can see Mulipol is set up inside and watch that ball just drift up and drift over. And we talked to her coach about how hard she can hit the ball. One of the best hitters. If she was just a hitter alone, she would be one of the best hitters in the nation.
Great contact by Lainey Wiz. Down the line and left, she's legging out 2, and she is in there safe. Wiz with the double, following the Garcia home run. Bowen for the first time looking like a mortal pitcher in the circle. Here's another look at the Garcia jack.
Yeah, so when this pitch drifts over the middle of the plate, it is center white for Garcia. She squares it up in the middle of her bat. Yeah, a nice react from the UCLA crowd and, of course, mom and dad.
That is tremendous. How many times have they cheered a home run for her?
Couple. It's just so fun to talk about her. If you split up her defense and offense, she's an All-American either way. That's what makes her so good. Take a look at the pitch sequence here from Hannah Bowen, working her curve. That's the pitch that she's been throwing to the right-handed hitters. Her, Garcia, and Wiz are the only 2 righties, so it allows her to work that part of the plate. And credit Garcia, she had a ton of foul balls in this at-bat. And as a pitcher, it's a little scary when you're giving a hitter like Garcia this many looks at you. The more pitches you throw her, the more chances there are for you to miss, and you just cannot miss. There is no room for error with a hitter like Rachel Garcia.
Grace Guzman is on second, pinch running for Wiz as Maya Brady steps in. Garcia all smiles in the dugout, and why not? She has given her team a 2-0 lead in support of her pitcher, Megan Faremo. Brady shoots that foul down the left field line. I love that Mionia was going to try to make a play on that. It's just Rachel Garcia's world, and we're just living in it.
And I'm okay with that.
Right?
It's the show that she puts on every day.
Brady, a hot shot. That gets past Karanko. So there are runners on the corners, fielded beautifully by Pina Martinez to stop another run from scoring. But that's 3 strong hits in a row.
Yeah, really 4 if you go back to the Brie Perez single that really started the 6th inning. Bowen was able to get UCLA out with a lot of pop-ups on the end of the bat. And you can just tell the Bruins have made some sort of offensive adjustment. Talked about the timeouts and the discussions that they were having between innings. And in particular, going into this inning, they had a very long one. They were out on the field a long time. I couldn't tell who was leading the discussion, but there was some information being passed around. And you can see continuing that information right now, trying to make sure they have a game plan.
We have a WNBA update. How about Michaela Onyenwere making her New York Liberty debut? 18 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 3 for 6 from 3. She just developed a 3-point shot this past season, 5 rebounds as well, and hit the game-winning 3 with less than a second on the clock. How about that? 8 clip. Oh, rather, Sabrina Ionescu hit the game-winning 3. Of course she did, because she's Sabrina Ionescu. But what a debut. How about an 8 clap for Michaela Onyenwere? I know head coach Corey Close is over the moon proud of that young lady right now. Anna Vine steps in with runners on the corners. And uncontested, Brady's going to go ahead and take second. So 2 runners in scoring in position.
I mean, you have an Olympic catcher here behind the plate, and there's no play here. It's a little bit of a break for UCLA.
Grace Guzman at third. Brady on second now for Vines. Vines lifts one into the air. APC is under it. Throw in. RBI sac fly as Guzman scores and Brady's at third. A 3-run inning so far against Bowen for UCLA.
It's just the first out in this inning. Really nice job. Palomino Cardoza going down to run that ball down to the warning track, fighting some sun. Still out there in the outfield.
Oh, 0-1 is the count with that 1 out. Brady is on third for Kinsley Washington. Washington, redshirt junior out of Whittier, California. She was robbed of a 3-run homer yesterday by Janelle Mionio in the top of the third. You know she'd love a little get back right here. Big swing and a miss as Bowen gets ahead 1-2.
I thought it was really funny talking to Coach Perez about Kinsley Washington because she's such a triple threat. She has the ability to swing away, slap, and drag bunt. And she said, sometimes I don't even think Kinsley knows what she's going to do. There's so many options.
Part of the reason why she has 8 multi-hit games coming into this series.
It was really cool. Look, you could see her eyes just looking at the defense, checking out Martinez at third and Harper at short.
Wanting to hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, because hitters like Washington, if you see something before the pitch, and you were thinking you were going to swing away, you can just on the switch, all right, no, I'm going to slap or drop something real quick.
That's what makes her so dangerous. And Coach Inoue Perez was most complimentary of Washington on the base paths. Says she's just a nightmare once she gets aboard.
Yeah, her and Brie Perez always stand out to me the way they run the bases. They are always looking for that extra base, whether it's there or not.
She's seeing something toward that left field line. She's pulled a lot down that way. Count stays even at 2-2.
Kind of reminiscent of the Garcia at bat. A lot of pitches. Whenever there's this many pitches in an at bat, it's always advantage hitter.
Kinsley Washington slaps it to short. Harper is there for the second out, and Brady stays on third.
So Hannah Bowen wins that battle. Long at bat, really good job, Harper. You could see her just check Brady over at third very quickly. It's out of the corner of her eye.
So with 2 out and Brady on third, Tessa Mala'ulu right to Peanut Martinez, and that is how the inning ends, but not before UCLA scores 3, started by Rachel Garcia, just like yesterday. The offense gets ignited for the second time in as many days by Rachel Garcia, so UCLA has a 3-0 lead heading to the home half of the 6th inning. It'll be Peanut Martinez to lead it off. What has made Faremo so unhittable today?
Her rise ball. Arizona just hasn't been able to catch up to that up pitch. Looking at my scorecard, she has 7 strikeouts on the day. The majority of them have been on that rise.
Peanut Martinez gets a hold of one, and Maya Brady is there at the wall. Brady flexing with that athleticism, taking away at least a double from Martinez.
I mean, look at where Brady is playing. This is all pre-pitch scouting. Having Faremo throw on the outside part of the plate, Brady shifted again so far in the gap, so she's able to make this play. If she's playing straight up center field, she does not make that catch, even with her speed.
So there's 1 down for Janelle Mioño, as the Wildcats find themselves running out of outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Down 3-0 to the number 2 team in the nation. Taking a look at the defense behind Faremo.
Yeah, you can see Brady out there roaming center field, but no, that's like left center.
Right?
she's roaming that gap.
Yeah, usually center fielder is right in front of that bear down sign.
If Mioño gets it dead center, it's in the park home run for her. But it's so trusting in your pitching and where the location is going to be, and kind of forcing a left-handed hitter to the left side of the field. Say, all right, we're going to throw it on the outside corner. You're going to hit it, and we're going to be ready for it.
Slapper. Gooden is there. Terrific play by Gooden and left. I tell you, whoever put together the defensive scout for UCLA today deserves a prize.
Yeah, just Faremo sticking that backdoor curve on the outside part of the plate, so it's elevated a little bit. You get a slap hitter to hit the ball off of the ground. That's key number 1. You do not want to let Janelle Mioño work her dirt. But yeah, you shift your outfield over to the left side of the field. Can of corn.
That may be one of the coolest phrases I've heard you say. Work her dirt. Ripped down the first base line, but foul. Reina Caranco trying to give the Wildcat fans something to cheer for here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 is the count in favor of Faremo with 2 outs on the board.
Oh, cool angle here.
That is tremendous. Shout out to everybody behind a camera here for the Pac-12 networks. It cannot be easy. Temperature was 99 degrees when we started today. As head coach Mike Kendrea said, it's warm.
I got to tell you, though, as a former Arizona player.
Thank you, guys. Everybody working so hard. Appreciate you.
We loved it when it was 100 degrees in May because we're trained for it.
Right.
And the teams in the Pac-12, especially those Northwest teams, when they would come in, we're saying, all right, can you handle this?
Yes.
Because you really can't condition for it. Your body just...
It's a different kind of heat.
It's hard to adapt. Got to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, it's the hydration component.
Yeah.
2 outs on the board. Framo ahead, 1 and 2. Karanko gets rung up. Framo with her 8th strikeout of the day. UCLA keeps its lead 3-0. We're going to the top of the 7th. Cooled down to 95, so it is toasty out there in the bleachers. Capacity is 2,600 or so here at Rita Hillenbrand Stadium. And right now we are 3 outs away at Stanford from UW losing 4-1. We're in the top of the 7th there. A UW loss automatically clinches the Pac-12 title for UCLA. But of course the Bruins, they just want to keep winning. They've got a 13-game win streak on the line and a 3-0 lead against Hannah Bowen and the Wildcats here in Tucson. Kelly Gooden bunting and erased. What a terrific play by Deja Mulipola.
I mean, it doesn't get any more textbook than this. This is a good drag bunt here from Kelly Gooden. Watch Mulipola grab that ball bare hand, no extra step, and she just flat out has a cannon. There's no way around it. Just so quick on her feet. For her to get out of her crouch and get to that ball with 1 step is just how strong she is and how fast she can get up and use her legs.
Aaliyah Jordan steps in, 0 for 3 today, batting .342 on the season. She's got a home run in 6 straight Pac-12 series, and that's a base hit as she gets it by Harper. Jordan with some strong contact.
Yeah, every time she's up to bat, you're just waiting for her to hit it hard somewhere. Harper doesn't move her feet. That's a hard play because of how hard it's hit off of the bat of Jordan. If she takes an extra step, she may be able to backhand that.
Love the smile on Jordan. She's just having fun.
It's going back to that Stanford-Washington game. If Stanford takes that game, does that get them in? I think it does. I mean, I hope so. That's a huge win for the Cardinal if they're able to pull that out. Washington ranked in the top 5 in the nation.
Number 5, yeah.
That's huge.
And it just speaks to the meat grinder that this Pac-12 has been this season. There is no day off. There is no gimme. These 4-game series have been no joke.
Yeah, the 4-game series, we're going to have a podcast about about that situation.
Well, I think that was the result of, are we going to get enough games in?
Yeah, you bet.
I think if you talk to every coach up and down the line, they would say, we'll never do this again. Gooden is called safe at first. I thought I had a pickoff play on Jordan at second, and that also ruled safe. So Eddie Cooper and Scott Tomlinson not making fans here in Tucson happy.
That's a good call. She's safe. I mean, Bri Perez is amazing. I'm going to just say that. She just does it all. 5-tool player, leads the team in home runs, drops a bunt, beats it out. That's a good call.
So Jordan is on second, Perez on first for Rachel Garcia. All she did in her last at-bat was leave the building. Her 11th home run of the season, a 2-run blast. Just a little crush.
Yeah, so both games, the offense goes through Rachel Garcia. Dugout fired up. Oh, I like that. Little celebration tunnel.
It's pretty awesome. Count evens at, or no, Bowen gets ahead 1-2. Little chopper. Bowen fields her position beautifully, erases the lead runner as Jordan is out. It is a final at Stanford as the Cardinal have beat the Huskies 4-1. That's unranked, taking down number 5. Are you paying attention, selection committee? Let's get the Cardinal in the field of 64.
I mean, Elena Vaughter right there, number 15. Just a freshman for Stanford. And I mean, she's one of the pitchers it's going to be the future of the Pac-12 conference.
And of course, that Husky loss means no matter what happens in this game, UCLA is celebrating an 11th Pac-12 title.
Should someone go tell them?
You know what? If you did, they would go, oh, that's nice. We've got bigger fish to fry.
You bet. And it's kind of this unsaid weird thing in the Pac-12 conference that winning the regular season, it's nice. It's awesome. Maybe you get a t-shirt. But if you ask any former Pac-12 athlete, hey, who won the Pac-12 this year, we would have no idea. But if you ask us, hey, who was in the World Series, we'll know exactly who was in the World Series.
Yeah, this conference takes heat. Ooh, Deja Mulipola unable to get Perez at third as she was taken off on the whiz at bat.
This is UCLA seeing the ball down. Mulipola, good job of blocking it. It just gets away to her because you can see where she was set up. She was going to her right. That pitch from Bowen takes her to her left.
So they're on the corners for Wiz. Delaney has all kinds of home run power herself. She is the only person not named Maya Brady with a multi-home run game this season for the Bruins. She gets a hold of that one. Whiz, deep and gone. A 3-run bomb. And UCLA has broken this thing wide open. Wiz with her 12th home run of the season. A no-doubter to deep center.
I think she's the most unexpected welcome success for UCLA. Just because of the recruits that they're able to get in. Look at this swing. This is a 3-1 count, hitter's count, and she is ready for it. Bowen knows it as soon as it goes off the bat. But just what she's been able to do for UCLA, she sits in the 4-hole. And she was a transfer from LMU, so kind of a different path to get where she is. Of course, her sister Stevie played for UCLA, was a national champion.
Yeah, won the title in 19.
And a welcome addition to the Bruins, but just unexpected. You don't really ever know what you're going to get, and then you get the power and the consistency of someone like Delaney Wiz.
Maya Brady, we know all about her power. Native of Thousand Oaks, California. I love the story of Brady's mom, Maureen, former softball player, and Coach Kelly Inouye Perez talking about playing against Mo back in the day and what a tough competitor she was. And Brady gets hit by the pitch, so she will take first. But if you ask Brady, who is the most celebrated athlete in her family, she says nobody has anything on Grandma.
It's the grandma's the most competitive, and I mean, if everyone knows, grandmas usually are. There's a reason for that. But yeah, I mean, throughout both sides, both teams, we have some serious genetics on the field.
Right.
I mean, parents who have played in the NFL. I'm thinking of Kinsley Washington. Her dad played for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sisters. Thinking of Charlize Palacios. Her sister will be an Olympian this summer.
Yeah.
Alyssa Palomino in center field. Her dad, a Hall of Fame, or her grandpa, a Hall of Fame boxer. Some serious genetics.
Kind of speaks to just the flex of these two programs in particular. Great attracts great. Anna Vine steps in with Brady on first. 2 outs, top 7. Vines was hit by a pitch, has a sac fly, batting .386 on the season. Rips it to first. Koutsinopoulos takes it, and that will end the inning. Welcome back to Tucson. Our Rawlings player of the game is Megan Faramo. She has held the Wildcats scoreless, 8 strikeouts, and she's just dominated the circle.
I mean, going into the 7th inning here, she's sitting at 71 pitches. She has pitched with efficiency and power. We've seen a couple off speeds from her, but her rise ball, she's thrown it 67, 68 miles an hour. And for Arizona offensively, they're going to have to drastically change something because they have not scored in this series. And so you look at what UCLA has done offensively and you go, oh, okay, Arizona pitching. But I'm looking at my scorebook and there's 2 zeros. And it's hat tips to the pitching staff for UCLA.
100%. Just dominating in the circle. So Arizona is down to its final 3 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. UCLA on top 6-0. Harper rips one down the left field line. She's on first with a single.
I love Harper going first pitch here. I was just talking about doing something different, jumping out. And this is a pitch from Faramo, just drifts a little bit over the white, but credit Harper, you gotta be ready first pitch. That's really tough to do. Your timing's gotta be right. Gotta have conviction in your swing.
So it's Deja Mulipola with Harper on first. Mulipola leads the Wildcats with 49 RBI, tied for the home run lead with 15 on the season. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Ball gets past Wiz, so Harper is going to take second on the wild pitch.
Big time shirt.
That's outstanding.
Mulipola family, it is senior weekend.
I'm loving the representation, though. That is serious repping. Mulipola skies one deep. And out of here! Deja Mulipola has broke the scoring drought in the series for the Wildcats, and Arizona is on the board with the 2-run blast.
This feels so good for Arizona. We were just talking about how they needed to change things up. They hadn't scored in this series. And how about 2 seniors to start off the 7th inning? Harper with the single, and then Mulipola has the most home runs on this team. Just gets a pitch that's up. It's a little out. Has a ton of power. It was just whether it was going to travel over the fence, and Taylor Edwards out in right field runs out of room. Yes, fist pump.
So Deja with her 16th home run of the season. And Arizona showing signs of life here in the bottom of the 7th, finally getting to Megan Faremo today with 2 runs. Nobody out. Charlize Palacios. Palacios, number 2 in the home run club on the Wildcats roster, behind Mulipola with 15 on the season. Big swing and a miss.
I mean, this just feels good. It's senior weekend, trying to get something going for your team. Of course, you have the tough task of facing UCLA, the number 2 team in the nation, and Mulipola, she's got a couple of teammates for the Olympics this summer on the other side with Garcia and Bubba Nichols. Feels good.
Palacios down the line, foul. Count stays 0-2. Palacios has so much power. When you talk to head coach Mike Candrea, he says the 2 most powerful bats in my lineup are Mulipola and Palacios. Lots of boo birds on that ring up pitch. Let's see what they have a beef about.
Well, Megan Faremo, she's been using her rise ball to take care of the strikeouts to these Arizona hitters. So I love that she's changing it up. This is a curveball that she kind of breaks down away.
Good for her 9th strikeout on the day. And now Arizona is down to 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Alyssa Palomino Cardoza. Catch that one, Kenzie. Oh.
Hey, the old stadium, I would have totally had a play on that. But we're well protected here with this new stadium and the new concourse.
Thank you, Coach Candrea. We appreciate all your efforts to make this a beautiful broadcast position. APC, the face of this team, the Mama Bear protector. Would love to add to the Mulipola home run against Faremo.
See, to me, that's the same pitch that we saw Palacios get struck out on. But the difference is there's a hitter in the batter's box versus just some open air. So
yeah,
it plays a factor, totally. When you see a hitter maybe crowd the plate, scooch back a little bit, looks a little different.
APC is ahead 3-1. Faremo checks her card on her wrist, looks back in at Wiz behind home plate. And APC thought she had a walk, and Eric Hawthorne says, think again.
It's a backdoor curve here on the outside part of the plate.
Wow.
Remember, I told you earlier, I think everything's a strike, so I'm down with that.
Count goes full, 3-2. APC rips it down the line in right. She's chugging for 2, and she's in there with a stand-up double. That was scorched.
I mean, what a difference one pitch can make. She thinks she has a walk, but I think if you ask her, she'd rather have a double down the line. Get to that inside pitch that she had gotten a couple of times in that at bat. Good effort here from Washington. Just a little out of reach. Nice hit from the senior.
Pinch runner in for Arizona. Jasmine Perez-Chica. She has speed for days, and in the bullpen, it's the GOAT, Rachel Garcia. She's already hit a home run in this game in the DP position, and now she's ready to back up Faremo if need be.
Yeah, my guess, if Arizona gets another runner on, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Rachel Garcia, and why not? You have that option. Faremo's done a really nice job in this game, but it's tough to face a team like Arizona and their offense, especially now going through the lineup for the third time.
Pinch runner Paris Chica, daughter of Tony Paris Chica, third base coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Jasmine has speed for days. Malia Martinez just looking to keep the line moving after the APC double. Malia batting .310 on the season. And this is the most high leverage situations we've seen from Faremo all day. She's been cruising and comfortable. And now the bats have woken up here for the Wildcats in the bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, we talked about her coming into this inning at 71 pitches in her pitch count.
Big strikeout. Faremo getting what she needed when she needed it.
I love this pitch here from Faremo. Circle change, flips it out of the back of her hand.
That's 10 strikeouts on the day for Faremo. And Arizona is down to its last out in the bottom of the seventh. Pinch runner Paris Chica on second after the APC double. Carly Scoopin is due up. And Scoopin steps in.
Well, going into this inning, Scoopin had one of two hits from Arizona. Back in the fifth, it was just kind of a seeing eye single. Blooper into left. The other single was all the way back in the first from Reina Caranco. So two hits coming into this inning. Of course, we saw Jessie Harper get it started. The home run from Lily Pola.
APC with the big double. Bottom seven, 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. Count evens at 1-1. I tell you what, no matter the situation, Faremo has kept her cool.
And if you're UCLA, you want her to finish this game.
Why?
Postseason feels. Fight through it. Get a little pressure in the bottom of the seventh. Yeah, let's feel it. What does this feel like? What do we need to throw right here? What adjustments do we need to make defensively?
And that just speaks to your argument about teams just not getting excited about winning the conference title, because for teams in the pack, the playoffs and the road to the Women's College World Series is what it's all about.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. When they find out, they'll celebrate and be excited, take some pictures. But
like you said, it's a cute thing. Let's have
totally.
a hat or get a T-shirt.
It's right back to business. And if you ask anyone in the Pac-12, it's not what we're here for. We're here to go to the Women's College World Series.
All about the road to Oklahoma City. Selection Sunday, 2 days away. Both of these teams want to host Super Regionals. Scoopin gets a piece of that one. What a play by Mala Ulu, and that will do it as UCLA wins a second straight game against Arizona, winning the series and clinching the Pac-12 title along the way. Kenzie, what impressed you most about this win for UCLA?
Well, I'll tell you, we were talking about the Pac-12 and winning the title. Someone told them in the dugout that Washington lost. They got the win, of course, but good celebration for the #2 ranked team in the nation, and my goodness, do they look strong. We have Faremo, Garcia, both very strong in the circle, but their home run power. I mean, Arizona's the team that hits home runs in their ballpark, and UCLA has come out and swung the sticks.
UCLA with its 14th straight win now and 13-3 against ranked teams this season. You cannot say enough good things about the Bruins. But there's another game to be played tonight at 7:30 and a series finale tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So what do the Wildcats have to do to salvage 2 in this set?
Well, if anything, they're going to take that momentum that they were starting to build here in the bottom of the 7th, had their best at bats, but saved it for too late in the game. So you hope that they don't take too much time off. They're going to ride that momentum and maybe punch first, looking to in the second game of this doubleheader.
That comes your way at 7:30. All righty, congratulations to UCLA. 11 Pac-12 titles on the resume now. On behalf of producer David Feldman, director Ross Miller, and our entire Pac-12 Network crew, thanks so much for watching Pac-12 softball with us. For Kenzie Fowler, I am Cindy Brunson. Stay safe out there, and we look forward to talking to you down the road.